The recently concluded Miami GP was a star-studded affair. We saw hordes of celebrities descend into the Formula One paddock as it held its first American race of the season. This was the 5th race and the first time that Formula One has visited this track. The race was a pretty straightforward one, with Max Verstappen beating out Charles Leclerc on sheer pace and better tyre management. So welcome to Fervent Motorsports, your pit stop for all things motorsport related. So here are the good, the bad and the ugly moments of the Miami Grand Prix. The good. Leclerc and Max are bringing out the best in each other. Since the first race, we've seen Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen battle it out front. No other drivers seem to come close to them, not even their teammates. Out of the 5 races so far, Verstappen has won 3 and Leclerc has won 2. But Leclerc has the lead in the championship because Verstappen had to retire in 2 of those races. The Max Verstappen we are seeing this season is much more calmer and composed as he was last season. This is probably due to the fact that he already has a world championship, which he didn't last season. The title race can swing in anyone's favor, and it's exciting to watch 2 drivers battle it out without any dirty tactics. The bad. Mick Schumacher is error prone. On Sunday, Mick Schumacher had the opportunity to score his first points, but a silly collision with Sebastian Vettel ended those hopes for him. This comes after he failed to capitalize in Italy following a first lap and a later spin. Last season, he was brilliant against his teammate Nikita Mazepin, who was also a rookie. However, this season he has been paired up with the veteran F1 driver Kevin Magnussen. K-Mag has been dazzling all season, and he has been fighting with faster cars like Mercedes and Alfa Romeos for P5 and P4 on many occasions. So it will indeed be interesting to see how the Ferrari Academy driver will cope with the pressure. But you have to keep in mind that Mick Schumacher is just 23 years old and he definitely will improve. It's just a question of when. The good. George Russell is taking charge. During the Miami Grand Prix, you could see the contrasting approaches from both the Mercedes drivers. When asked about strategy during the race, Lewis Hamilton told the team that they would know better what to do. However, George Russell made a call and said that he wanted to wait out a bit longer in case there was a safety car, and a safety car came soon afterwards. This allowed George Russell to finish in 5th, which means that he has now finished in the top 5 in all of the races this season. While the safety car could have just been pure luck, it's great to see him take risks which provide high reward. This is pretty good for a driver who was deemed by many to be the number 2 driver at Mercedes before the season started. The bad. Red Bull engine issues. While Sergio Perez had the opportunity during the race to finish 2nd, but engine issues meant that he lost about 26 horsepower in his Red Bull. He still managed to finish 4th, but the Red Bull pit crew will be fuming knowing that he had time to catch the Ferrari, who were a bit slower in Miami. Should Ferrari get more upgrades, they might be able to open up the gap on top. It's all in Red Bull's hands now. The ugly. The FIA is acting a bit weird. In the run-up to the race, Carlos Sainz and Esteban Ocon had relatively slow speed crashes into the wall. These crashes were in 2nd gear, but the wall was a concrete one. This meant that the drivers experienced massive forces up to 51 Gs, which meant that they had to go to the medical center for a mandatory checkup. Carlos Sainz said that he raced with neck pain on Sunday as well. This comes after the drivers asked the FIA to add a Tech Pro barrier at the corner to avoid any major injuries. There were also complaints about the track surface. It's strange because every other new tarmac on these tracks with Jeddah and Melbourne, they generally offer really high grip, really good racing on and off the line. But here, something was a bit wrong, said George Russell after the race. The FIA did not make any changes to the track or the pit lane. They had issued a circular to the drivers regarding jewelry and underwear. So here is how the driver standings look after the Miami Grand Prix. And here's how the constructors table looks after the Miami Grand Prix.